Dealing with negative comments and trolls is something that anyone with an online presence will encounter, whether you're a content creator, a business owner, or just someone who enjoys sharing their thoughts and creativity online. It's almost inevitable that you'll face criticism, negativity, and sometimes outright hostility from people behind their keyboards. How you handle these moments can have a profound effect not just on your reputation and the health of your online community, but also on your own mental well-being. Let's explore some practical strategies and empowering perspectives for dealing with negative comments and trolls online. First, it's crucial to understand the difference between constructive criticism and trolling. Not all negative comments are created equal. Constructive criticism, even if it stings a little, can be incredibly valuable. It might come from someone who genuinely wants to help you improve or who has a legitimate concern or suggestion about your work. Trolling, on the other hand, is typically characterized by comments meant solely to provoke, upset, or harass. Trolls thrive on eliciting an emotional response, and their words are rarely rooted in genuine feedback. Learning to distinguish between these two types of negativity is the first step. When you receive a negative comment, ask yourself, is there something here I can learn from? Or is this just someone trying to get a rise out of me? Filtering your responses through this lens can help you focus your energy where it matters most. If the comment is constructive, take a moment to breathe before responding. It's easy to get defensive, especially if you feel misunderstood or attacked. But by taking the time to process the feedback, you can respond thoughtfully and, if appropriate, thank the person for their input. Acknowledging legitimate concerns or suggestions shows maturity and a willingness to grow. It can even turn critics into supporters. But what about trolls? The timeless advice, "Don't feed the trolls," exists for a reason. Trolls want attention. They want to see that they've gotten under your skin. When you respond emotionally or engage in an argument, you're giving them exactly what they want. Instead, consider ignoring the comment altogether. In many cases, silence is the most effective response. Trolls thrive when they have an audience. When they're met with indifference, they often move on. If ignoring isn't an option, perhaps the comment is particularly harmful, contains hate speech, or is disrupting your community, don't hesitate to use moderation tools. Most platforms allow you to delete comments, mute or block users, and report abusive behavior. Protecting your space is not censorship. It's about maintaining a healthy environment for yourself and your audience. Set clear community guidelines and enforce them consistently. Let your followers know what kind of behavior is acceptable, and be transparent about actions you take against those who violate those standards. It's also important to remember that you're not alone in facing negativity online. Even the most beloved figures and brands deal with trolls and critical comments. Sometimes, simply knowing that this is a universal experience can make it easier to handle. Reach out to fellow creators or friends for support. Share your experiences and strategies. Sometimes just talking about it can lighten the emotional load. Another powerful approach is to focus on the positive. For every negative comment, there are often dozens of supportive messages and loyal followers who appreciate your work. Don't let the loud minority drown out the quiet majority. Take time to engage with your supporters. Thank them for their encouragement and build meaningful connections. Celebrate positive interactions and let them fuel your motivation. On a personal level, practicing self-care is vital. Negative comments can sting, even when we know they shouldn't. It's okay to feel hurt or frustrated. Allow yourself to process those emotions, but don't dwell on them. Step away from the screen if you need to. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, whether that's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby, or simply taking a walk outside. Your mental health is just as important as your online presence. Reframe your perspective on negativity. Every negative comment is an opportunity for growth, for strengthening your resilience, for clarifying your values, and for reinforcing the kind of community you want to foster. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become a better communicator, creator, or leader? It can also be helpful to develop a thick skin while staying true to your authentic self. Over time, you'll find that negative comments have less power over you. You'll be able to separate valid criticism from baseless attacks, and you'll gain confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Remember, your worth is not defined by the opinions of strangers online. Sometimes, a little humor can go a long way. If you feel comfortable, you might choose to deflect negativity with a light-hearted response, or even poke gentle fun at the absurdity of some comments. Just make sure that any humor doesn't cross the line into mockery or escalation. Your goal is not to win against trolls, but to maintain your dignity and composure. Finally, consider the example you set for others. How you handle negativity can influence your entire community. By responding with grace, resilience, and respect, you encourage others to do the same. You demonstrate that it's possible to disagree without hostility, to handle criticism with maturity, and to stand firm against bullying and harassment. Dealing with negative comments and trolls is never easy, but it's a challenge that can be managed with the right strategies and mindset. Separate constructive criticism from trolling. Don't feed the trolls, use moderation tools when necessary, focus on the positive and seek support from others. Practice self-care, and remember that your mental health matters. Reframe negativity as an opportunity for growth, develop resilience, and set a positive example for your community. Above all, don't let negativity stop you from sharing your voice, your ideas, or your creativity with the world. The vast majority of people online are supportive and appreciative. Keep creating, keep connecting, and remember, the world needs what you have to offer.